Hi guys, do you hear me? I am here. Thank you so much for your many happy birthday wishes. This makes my day a lot better. Even though the Hang Seng Index didn't do so well and EH dropped so hard. So today is April 13, so I always thought 13 is not a good number, right? So always hated my birthday, and the market usually doesn't perform so great. So sorry about that. If your stocks is dropping today, you can blame it on me. It's because of my birthday. Okay, so let's update a little bit the market first. This is our daily routine on the Discord, and today we can do it on live. I've been wanting to do it for a while because I see so many requests asking me to do a live on the trading, so I can do a trading session with you guys together. How exciting! And let's see, the Nasdaq is still growing very strong. You see that every day it has been growing with very little volume. This is quite looking like a short squeeze. So a lot of people are waiting on the sideline. The people that are not long-term investor, they might have panic sold here, or they might have exit here again. So people are waiting on the sideline, or they lost confidence on the stock market, and institutions will just keep pulling up and do a short squeeze, and until people cannot take it anymore and they join in the party, then we'll get a harder correction maybe by then. So that would explain why we have been gapping up every day with very little correction. You see, all the correction is really consolidation at the top for just 2 days. Here again, yesterday, and then it continued going strong. Right now, the KDJ is above 80, so it has been here for a while now. It's a very strong signal, so it might keep going and then backtest the supports around 13,700 and 800. Okay, now on the other hand, Russell 2000, it's again doing more consolidation. I remember last week on this day, I said that after this, we would expect at least a few days of consolidation above the support, and it's been doing 4 days of consolidation, so there's no surprise there. We are still above this support of 219. We see that every time it reach 219, it stay above the support, it bounce back after that. So 219 is still a support, and I think a lot of the small caps cannot start to really go reversal until the Russell 2000 can break through the resistance of 226. Okay, and then the Hang Seng Index is not looking great last night. This hemline shows a lot of selling pressure. But on the other hand, it's still above the support. It's still in the consolidation territory. It's above the 28,000. That's a support. It should be a strong support because the volume was much stronger on these days than the dropping volume here. So we are still in the consolidation, okay? The only thing was that it got rejected by 4 moving average last night. So leaving this really long hammer line looking like this one, you see? After that, it was a little bit of selling off. And then, so tonight we needed to open above the closing price. It would be a much better sign. But if not, if it opened below, it might continue the downtrend. But it might get supported on this support line. So let's see tonight. The Golden Dragon ETF, it's up. Looking like it's forming a double bottom, hopefully. Now, what you concern the most Let's go on the live chat. Yeah, let's talk about EH. It actually bounced back up a little bit already. In the morning when I was preparing for the live, I saw it drop to 27. I grabbed a little bit at 27.3 because yesterday I dropped I sold what I bought at 29.2 at near cost because I was worried that it would drop lower. So I grabbed it again at 27.3. But I know some of you didn't sell what you bought yesterday. So right now you need to tolerate a little bit the downtrend because like the video I shared last night, I think a lot of people are shorting EH right now because we see a pattern of earning bomb recently, one after the others. So it's forming a pattern, and once a pattern is formed, people see opportunity. The opportunists would take advantage of this to short many stocks that the earning would be coming up. So that's why I think a lot of opportunists is taking this chance to short EH. But this is opportunity and also danger. So I wouldn't go ahead and short the stock right now unless it's to hedge against your position. Then it's just insurance to hedge against it, then it's okay. Okay. If we go to see, this is the EH short interest. So you can see right now the short volume has 24%. If you go down and you see, this is not updated. It's updated by to be yesterday. So yesterday's short volume was 24%. And if you compare to all the past few days, it's really a sudden spike up, and it's the highest among the past 10 days. It's somewhat expected, seeing the drop from yesterday. So if this keep piling up, we might expect to see some short squeeze. Let's see. And then let's see. LKCO. Well, right now it's trying to close the gap of this 1 to 1.1, this gap. Okay, so the support level is still 1 here. So you still have 10 cents to go. Let's see. It's forming a descending triangle again. But don't be surprised if it's broken to do some more shaking. Right now it's very obvious that someone is trying to shake out more hands. I don't know what they're planning to do, but it seems like it. Okay? Happens to many other stocks to break out the descending triangle. WNW. This is very interesting. I think this is getting more and more interesting. You see? Even though the market has been going down, a lot of Chinese has been going down, it has been constantly gets supported by this support already. And if we zoom out, it is forming a interesting round-shaped bottom. Okay, so if that's true, then we have a lot of room to grow in the future. So right now I'm still holding on this one. Keep doing the buy low, sell high tactics to lower my cost. Okay. At this point, I have added at around 10, and then I stop loss trigger at 10.1. I added at 10.3. So I think right now seeing a few more consolidation days, it might be interesting to get back in again. Okay. Still hanging on with this one, but do mind the risk because it's a penny stock right now. The market it's really not doing a favor for any penny stocks. Okay, it's a lot of penny stocks are risky to begin with, and right now the market correction, it's really to wash a lot of penny stocks. After this, you would know which one it's a real good company that has potential, and which one would be a penny stock for real and would just keep going down for the future. Okay, after this correction, we would know for sure. After a few maybe 1 or 2 months, then you might start to see the bad ones would just keep going down. And yesterday I said watch out for 3 stocks in the Discord. I said watch out for Miniso, FireEye, and GoCo. And last week I said on the Discord I'm watching Miniso, ticker symbol MNSO, for a while now, and I'm looking for a way to entry, and it did not give me a chance. It just kept going up every day. Even the consolidation, you see like 2%, 0.8%, 1% consolidation every day. This is very strong signal. Okay, does that mean I would get in right now? Probably not, because the resistance is the 60-day moving average around 27.5. So if I get in now, I get maybe 5% or less of profit, but it might come down to backtest any times. The support from 25.5 or 23.8. Okay, that's the next support. So it would get rejected at first at around 27.5. So I'm not chasing right now for the 5% profit, but I know this might have good potential. Just you can add it on your watch list if you haven't. FireEye as well. Yeah, you can see that today is starting to break out, I think, and I've been watching this for a while. I opened a position last week and I told you guys about it. I don't know if any of you have followed me on this move. Right now, it has been forming this bull flag for a few months already, and looks like it's breaking out. Why I'm interested in this stock is because I think the national security and the cryptocurrency would be more and more of a demand. So this company is about cyber security, right? So I think starting from maybe the second half of 2021, we might hear more needs for cyber security, especially right now, a lot of politics issues going on in the world and hacking, and we saw that US just banned 7 more supercomputer Chinese company in the last week. So that means a lot of people are protecting themselves from the supercomputer technology, and especially when China is actually the world's leader on supercomputer. So that's why this might be a good hedge against the politic issue. And I think I watched institution reports saying that the second half of the year we might see the sector of cybersecurity performing well. So that's why I was interested in FireEye and started my position. But it breaks out. It's starting to break out already. So let's see if it come back down to backtest some support, so I can add more. Otherwise, I'll just let it run. Okay. MNSO, I just talked about it, so maybe you can rewind a little bit. Just a few minutes ago, GoCo is also looking interesting to me. You see that it has formed this double bottom a while ago, and then it has been consolidating for months. I remember we started a position here around 13 point something, something like that, and then the market correction drove it down a little bit. But then what really attacked it more was the earning bomb again, driving it down to $9. And that's when on the Discord I call out to average down. So I bought at 9.9 and averaged down my cost to be 11.1. So then I trim off what I added, and now I'm still holding my original position at the average of 11.1. So I'm slightly at profit, but you can see that it has been rebounding quite well, even though the market was not doing well for small caps, right? The Russell 2000 is still consolidating, and GoCo has been consolidating quite strong recently. So I think when it finishes resting, it can go at least 13 to 14 first target, and then later on much higher than that, maybe 18 to 25. Okay, second target, but that would be a much longer term. Fundamental wise, it's not specifically interesting. This is based on, I think, sector rotation. And then let's see. WIMI grew very well today because it announced to work with Toyota, the electronic subsidiary of Toyota Group. Okay, this might be a big news for WIMI, not because the cooperation with Toyota, but because it's announcing how it would get into the autonomous drive area and using the AR technology for cars. Right now, we know that the EV is so big, and for WIMI to get into this, I think it's another growth opportunity for WIMI. So that's why we see the share price growing 10% today. Yesterday, I think it shake out some more people already, but it was trying to break support yesterday. Actually, the last support, it was 5.7. I was watching it too, but I didn't stop loss. And today it grew 10%. So congratulations if you held on to it. Is it safe to buy more Baidu? Let's see. Baidu is backtesting the 120-day moving average. So right now, I think between 190 to 210, it's not bad for Baidu. Actually, I think it's not bad because I really don't think you can buy it at 170 or 180 again, because that was the margin call. That was a margin call, and I remember we bought the dip there because it's not like something that can happen every day. It's a lot of things combined, a lot of short sellers and the margin call accident. So and a lot of panic sell. So you can see the volume there. So many buying the dip action. So I don't think it would get back to that price right now. The best you can do is 190, and then right now actually it's already back testing the support of 210. So this morning it's back tested 207. So that would have been a good buying opportunity. I think the only thing is the KDJ looking like this. I think it's overall the Chinese stocks not doing well recently, so that's why might need some rest. But it looks like it's forming a double bottom. Okay, so to answer that, yes. Skills. Wow. I got in at 17 and sold it already with the 2% loss. Stop loss got triggered, but because I think if it broke the $17 support, it would reach lower. So that's why yesterday it got stop loss trigger. The next support is here, 14 17.2. Again, recently it's not doing so great for small caps. Unless Russell 2000 can start to finally pick up and have this spike of volume with reversal. Otherwise, we might still see it consolidating at the bottom. Best case scenario, it consolidated here for a while before breaking the support. I mean the resistance, right? Because the resistance right now is, what was the support before? Around 18. Actually, the first resistance is 17.2 already, and the next is 18. Going up, you have a lot of resistance, a lot, 22. So if you want to hold skills, this would require quite some patience, okay? But it's overall, it's still a good company. The problem right now is a lot of the stocks from ARK Invest is beaten down. I think Wall Street is trying to beat down ARK Invest a lot, because ARK Invest is disruptive and it's disrupting a lot of the problems of the Wall Street for many years, and of course the Wall Street doesn't like it. So right now, I think that's a big reason why they're trying to beat down a lot of the stocks that's supported by ARK Invest. And of course, the small caps would be easiest to attack. Okay, and this is the best case scenario for it to consolidate at this point. Okay, the worst case scenario would be seeking lower low, the lower support of 14. But let's not be so pessimistic first, okay? Yes, 不要紧张. Thank you. When will NIO recover to 60 again? I want to too. Well, right now the good news is that the support of 38 is still acting a strong support. That is a great sign, because after this support, we would need to reach a much lower low, because 31 is not as strong. 27 is much better than lower low. But at least right now, 38 has been holding quite well. Okay, and today we had some good news about cooperation with the Sinopec, right? It's the biggest gas station in China. I remember the first video I posted about QuantumScape. I said that I think a lot of oil companies, oil funds are behind QuantumScape. Why? Because oil industry would be in sunset industry. And I think it would make sense for them to want to revolutionize themselves instead of waiting there and be revolutionized. So that's why I think it would be smarter to use their big oil capital fund to invest in the companies, the industries, the technology that can revolutionize them. So it would make sense for oil companies, the Middle East fund, to invest in QuantumScape, the solid-state battery. And it's the same thing with NIO. Right now, Sinopec is investing, it's basically having a partnership with NIO, right? To build a lot of the battery swap stations, the second generation battery swap stations with NIO on their gas station. And I think this cooperation makes a lot of sense, makes total sense. And it's another way to show that a lot of people, a lot of parties, and also the government strongly supporting NIO behind. So that is for sure a good sign for us. But overall, I still think the EV sector has been growing very strong last year, and it will need to have at least a few months to consolidate and rest. So far, we have had quite a bit of resting, actually maybe since end of November. Right now we are back to the price of November, right? So it's quite some resting already. I think the second half of the year of 2021 would be more possible, because I see the ET7 being a game changer for NIO. So, and the pre-order of ET7, I expect it to go very well right now. And I'm very optimistic on NIO still. But the only thing is, I think it will take some time to cool off. If you look at the monthly chart, you will know why. You see? Right now, it's only backtesting the 10 moving average. After such a parabolic move, it's already considered a very strong consolidation. Okay? So, give it some time for our baby NIO. Yes, let's see. QuantumScape. Haven't talked about QuantumScape for a long time. Right now, it looks like it's forming the fourth time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fourth time on this support. Okay, so if you like this company, I think right now you can enter and set a stop loss slightly below the support, because when it dropped below, it doesn't look good. It has been a support for quite a while already. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I think the reason is because you see the selling volume on this day. You see, it's by far the biggest volume for a while. Okay, much bigger than now, right? It's a lot to digest. And you look at the price range for the huge gap down, right? That's why this area, it's very hard to close. So you see, in the past, a few times, 1, 2, 3, 3 trials try to push above this selling pressure. It's very difficult. So I think right now, it's trying to do some more shaking shaking out all the people trapped at the top. A lot of selling pressure. Whenever you go up a little bit, more people want to sell out, right? So that's why it's the same thing with EH. Same thing with EH. Because if you look at the EH and QuantumScape, they look very similar, right? It was a lot of hype back then, a lot of jump, and then this day and this day had crazy amount of selling and buying volume. Look at this, and it's much bigger volume compared to now. For EH, it's even bigger difference. So that is why this area would act as a strong resistance. And we see that 1 time, 2 times, it's trying to break through this resistance. Because every time it touches this area, a lot of people want to sell. You see this? The spike of volume was because when it reached here, a lot of people who bought in at this range want to sell out because it's near the cost, right? Or at least they are not at so much loss. That's why strong selling pressure to go down, okay, afterwards. So that's why. And if QuantumScape was consolidating at the bottom since late December, so for 4 months already, EH only not even 2 months, right? So I think you need to give a lot more patience with EH now. The good thing is it's a $1.5 billion company. So whenever institution or the capital want to pull it up, it's easy for them if they want to. But if I'm a big institution, maybe let the dust settle first. I think for EH, it's very easy for any big company to want to acquire this company because it's only 1.5 billion. But so far, no one is acquiring it. Why? Not the BAT, Alibaba, Tencent, Ele.me, Meituan. It would make sense for them to acquire EH, right? Even Yihang, JD.com. They can acquire Yihang, no problem. They have the cash of at least 100 billion for Alibaba, right? So why don't they acquire Alibaba? Why doesn't Alibaba acquire Yihang, right? So think about it. Why not? I think I don't know if I want to say it, but I think there are much bigger power supporting Yihang behind the back. Okay. Okay. What crypto do I hold right now? For now, I think Xunlei is looking better and better to me. If you are in the Discord, you know that we have swing traded this for a while now. We have been trading this from 6, then took profit. I took profit at 6.9 and 7, enter again at 6.6, and then book profit again at 6.9. Okay, right now, after being beaten down yesterday, I think it has reached the lower support again, so it might be okay to enter again. Okay, because recently I expect to see a lot of the penny stocks or small caps to be consolidating. So I draw the support of resistance. I draw the support and resistance. So basically, I would expect a lot of small caps to be going like this, right? Because it would be quite hard to push through the resistance. So might be a good tactic to keep doing this: buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high again. Okay, unless we see some clear sign of the market reversal and Russell 2000 breaking out a consolidation, and we see that it's the spring for small caps again, then I will stop doing this. We may keep growing. I hope this can help it break through this 250-day moving average. It has been the resistance for a while. So if this news can push it up, then we can see that it's formed the double bottom again. Okay? But so far it's only 11 o'clock, and the volume it's really looking good. So I think it's we might have hope of it breaking out. Okay. Is ZEP still my top 5? Yes, I did not touch my ZEP, the long-term part. Yes, because I added a lot of ZEP around the earning time, and I said I would set a stop loss for the part I added around the year moving average, right? Because I said if it break through the support of the 250 moving average, it would be quite it would be hard and it would take long for it to recover from it. So that's why I set a stop loss at around 13 to cut out the part I added. So right now I'm holding my original position, okay, and it's still my top 5. Don't worry. For ZEP, it's been consolidating, forming a bottom here. Okay, so don't be surprised to see it consolidate for a while to go like this. That's a good scenario. Okay, and then after breaking the resistance around 11.8, okay, then it will move on to the next stage, consolidate, and then next stage. Okay, for this kind of stocks, we see a lot of beaten down stocks, right? Like Skills, at least it's forming a bottom like this, going sideways. For Skills, it's still going like this. Okay, so if you see a small caps going sideways, it might be already not a bad sign already. Okay, not everyone is like Miniso who can just looking like a V-shaped recovery right now. Okay, but I think it's still might come back test a little bit, at least 25.5. Okay, if not 23.8. Okay, SOS. Well, swing traded it a few times already. Cryptocurrency, and right now it's closing. Today it's closing this gap. That was pumped up by the Reddit. Okay, so closing up the gap is normal, especially right now the market is not doing great. But this support 4.6 would still act as a support. Today it got lowest to 4.7, so that might be it. Okay, that might be it. So you can build a position here, set a stop loss. If it dropped below 4.6, you can get out. Okay, so risk reward ratio is okay. Right now it's trying to break the resistance, this level resistance. Okay, around 6. I mean, sorry, next resistance level is 6. Okay, so if it can get back up this support within the next 1 or 2 days, then we can see it consolidate again between 5 and 6. Okay, before breaking it to move on to the next stage. Okay, let's see, Futu. For Futu, this looks like it still needs some time to do consolidation. Best case scenario, it goes up and down here for the institutions to do to buy more. Okay, to shake out more, but so far it's not looking very good, if you ask my opinion, because first of all, it has gone up a lot last year, 10x at least, right? Under 20 to be 204, the highest. And you see the selling volume, the volume at the top, it's very big. So that means institutions can totally take profit, cash out already, right? And when it bounced back up from the low, again we see big volume, so they might be cashing out more in this case. So the best case scenario would be for it to drive down again at some point, reaching this support and consolidate more. That means the institutions might be buying more again. Okay, then we still have hope. That's just my opinion. Okay, a lot of people still like Futu very much, so you don't have to listen to my opinion for it tomorrow, for the future, next future. Let's see. I did cover LKCO already, so at the beginning, you can rewind it. What's the worst case scenario for LKCO? I think it's for the to lose the case for the blacklisting issue, and to be back to a foreign exchange. Okay, OBSV. It's one of the penny stock I own as well. I'm losing at this. I'm at loss, but I haven't started to average down. Sorry, because the market is still very not in favor for penny stocks right now. But it has reached the support I drew before. this gap up around 2.7. Today it reached 2.7 and bounced back up. So best case scenario, we would see it consolidate here, okay, from 2.7 to $3 would be the resistance, and then break through the $3, okay, because it's again same thing, breaking out the descending triangle. Okay, it might be more of the shaking. Okay, trying to break the descending triangle to scare more people. Okay. Wow. Finally, I see a question about Luckin Coffee. This is my warrior. Turned out to be, that's saving my portfolio nowadays. So at least one of my top 5 is doing me a favor. So I make a joke yesterday because let's see. Yes, yesterday I did a recap on the past. Okay, when I did, this is the Nasdaq, right? You see, in the past, every time the Nasdaq did a correction, this is early October to November. Okay, this is December 18, mid-December, and then this is recently in March, right? Mid-March. So we see every time the Nasdaq did the correction, 1, 2, 3, and then we put in the same time frame as Luckin Coffee. It's like this. Okay, same time, huh? 1, 2, 3. So I said, I think we have found our own VIX index to hedge against the market here, because every time the market is down, stocks are down, my Luckin would be pulling up my portfolio to hedge against the market. Okay, this is the 3rd time already, so I find it a little bit of fun, because this is what I thought before, that I would expect Luckin to rise with the market doing correction, and it did. Again, this is the 4th time. Okay, well, not Nasdaq, but a lot of the small caps, okay, are down, but Luckin is up. So far, Luckin is trying to break out this triangle. Okay, you see? That's why this morning, when you see it reach this pressure resistance, it got rejected and then dropped quite hard. That's why we form a big hammer line. It was the same thing last month when we saw it was growing to 11 point something. We were very excited, but it got rejected because of the resistance. You see, ever since February. Okay, so don't be surprised if you see it back testing it, and then the next time it break out, that might be the real one. Okay, and back test, and then maybe you can buy it here. Best case scenario. Right now, it's ironic, huh? Because back then, most people were having so much hate to Luckin and think it's so risky, so volatile, and I said that I didn't think so, because I think in this market, when everything was flying so high, I would think Luckin was the best hedge for the portfolio, because I think Luckin was one of the safest stock to invest in, and I got a lot of thumbs down for my comment. And at that time, it was around 3.6 to 3.8. when I called it the safest investment, because it was worth less than 1 billion, maybe around 7 to 900 million, 900 million, holding 700 million of cash, right? Now it's still cheap. I think it's $7.4 billion, holding almost $1 billion of cash. So and not to forget that more than around 60% of the store have turned positive margin. So that means they can turn into positive cash flow if they want to. It means if they want to, it means if they want to stop spending to grow or overexpend, they can basically stop all those excess spend on marketing or other unnecessary expansion, right? Or anything that's costly. That means they can turn positive profit, positive cash flow anytime they want, right? Because I think 60% of the positive margin stores can fuel a lot of the rest of the stores that's not yet turning positive. So that's why, yeah. So that's why I'm still strongly supporting Luckin Coffee. But so far it has been speaking for its own. I don't think it needs me to speak for Luckin anymore. In fact, I don't want to. I haven't done videos about Luckin recently because I don't want people to end up chasing at the high like back then in February, and then you know what happened after. So if you are holding it, if you bought in the dip, congratulations. Sense. It's not just Chinese stocks, you know. A lot of the American stocks also drop a lot. So it's just recently it's really not a good environment for the penny stocks, because right now we need to go back to the fundamental, and there's no doubt there's a lot of the sector rotation and a lot of good penny stocks that has been beaten down regardless of the fundamental. Okay, even though it has strong balance sheet, it has a good cash flow, it's still just beaten down. So that's why we can find some good deals here. Okay, right now for Sense, it's the same thing like a lot of the other small caps. Okay, it broke through the resistance, I mean the support, broke through the triangle already. Okay, and it broke through it yesterday, just like many other small cap stocks. Many we saw that today, so many examples already forming the same shape, right? EH, LKCO, all doing this. Okay, so best case scenario is that it has formed a double bottom. Okay, and then it would consolidate a little bit above the support, below the resistance, before going up the next stage again. Okay, that would be the best case scenario, and it would require a lot of time. So if you're in this for the long term, I mean, yes, if you're in this for the long term, I guess right now there's no point to cut loss, but maybe you can start to average down and set a stop loss for the part you just added. Okay, next support is 1.8. So set a stop loss there for the part you just added. And if you are in this for the short term, then I think there's no point. There's really no point to buy the dip for the short term. It's too risky. If you want to do short term trades, maybe it's better to go with the FANG stocks, the chips, you know, like Nvidia, the Intel, because AMD and Intel dropped quite a bit with the Nvidia news yesterday. So for the short term, maybe it's better to go with something like this, you know, a chip stock. Right now there's a chip shortage going on. There should be still some hype that could be hyped up. Okay, and also AMD earning is coming up, so something to watch out for. Also, MP Material. Okay, this, even though it's a medium to small cap, it's indeed looking much better than a lot of the other penny stocks. Okay, at least the lows are getting higher, right? It's not continuously making lower low. It has not dropped below the low of January and February yet. That's another good sign. It has been consolidating because of the share offering, and it has good cash balance right now after the share offering. So something like this might be more worth to buy the dip for than the penny stocks, to be honest. Okay, WIMI, I talked about it before already, so you can rewind. Next is next. Okay, quite disappointing, huh? I have it's unfortunate, huh? Because right now it has done it has been reaching lower low after the share offering. Okay, this day was the share offer. It dropped near 20%. Reminds you of WIMI, right? After the share offering, just keep dropping, reaching lower low, find support, and then bounce back up, okay? And consolidate. Next support is here. Okay, this is around, let's see, 1.59, so around 1.6. Today it got lowest to 1.58. Okay, so it has reached support and bounced back up. That would be the last support. Okay, after this, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. After this is 1.2. So if you want hope, look at WIMI now. Compare to WIMI. It's a very similar movement, right? On this day, share offering, right? A lot of people thought it might be the lowest, but it just kept going lower, right? And then reaching our last support, bounced back up, and then got rejected by resistance, reaching the last support, looking like it's breaking the last support again. Okay, so at least right now WIMI is showing some hope. Let's see if it's the same thing with next. Okay, 3D printing, DDD, XONE, and DM. Same thing. ARK Invest, you know. Wow, my computer is running low on battery. Let me charge my computer first. Okay, yes, it's the same thing for a lot of the ARK Invest concept stocks, okay? If you look at the NNDM, this is ARK Invest stocks, right? It's the same thing. So they share a very similar movement. If you put their chart together, it's almost identical, right? Reaching lower low. But at least right now it looks like it's getting supported by the 120-day moving average, okay? At 22.1, and it reached 22.07 and bounced back up, right? Okay. Yeah, it's reached this and bounce back up. But if it breaks here, next support is this one. I think this support would be a much stronger one, because if you compare the volume here and here, it's much stronger support. So this support is 19.6, okay? 19.6. If it dropped to 19.6, I might have to get in it myself. Remember I said that? So reminds me when it gets there. Actually, I can set a reminder. Okay, let's set an alert. Okay, add a reminder when the price fall down to 19.6. I remember that if it drops to 19.6, I would build a position there. Okay. JKS, yeah, not looking good. That's why I said give the last chance for it to get to be supported by the 250-day moving average, because if it drops below that, it doesn't look good. It would take some time to consolidate for now. Okay. And yes, last Friday, the earning report had a strong spike of volume, right? Let's get closer. See, the spike of volume was the biggest compared to all these times. Okay, right? So technically, this lowest point is the strongest support, which was 35, if I remember correctly. Oh, sorry, 34.6. Okay, so it's not good if it breaks the support. Today it touched that. Not a good sign, but at least it didn't break it for real. Okay, 34.4 to be the lowest today. Overall, the best case scenario right now, it would be for JKS to move above 34.4 and below 38 or 39, the highest point of this day. Consolidate, gain some momentum for some institutions to buy more share first, okay? And then go back up. It will take some time. That's it. It takes time. If you want to get out of JKS, it's completely understandable. Like for me, my stop loss trigger below the 250 moving average, right? So I can use this loss to claim the tax, to claim tax. So but the thing is, I cannot buy back within 30 days. Okay, but what I can do is to move on to the same sector. So for this, I would recommend CSIQ. If you don't want to wait for JKS, or if you have the same reason as I do, you can also consider moving to the next in the same sector. CSIQ is also a good company. Right now the fundamental is strong. PE ratio is also low, 17. And it's not a Chinese company. Well, it's Chinese invested company in Canada. So if you look at the technical chart, at least the low's getting higher, keeps getting higher compared to the other solar sector. Okay. So best case scenario, it would bounce back up here from here, forming a fourth bottom. Okay. Best case scenario, but some people might have a different point of view than me. I think some people can see it also as a bear flag, right? Yeah, you can see it as a bear flag as well. Then what would a bear flag do? It's this. Okay, so different people see it differently. So Why is Luckin Coffee going up? Because the market is down. It's a hedge against our portfolio. ChargePoint. I said I was in ChargePoint before, but I sold it long time ago. A long time ago. I was in here at 16, okay? And then I got out at here at 30 something, and it went up to almost 50. I didn't care to chase because I just don't see a strong moat for a charging company, because I think it's not too difficult to make, and a lot of tech giants can do it. I think Google can do it easily. So I might get sorry. I might get a lot of rejection for this, but I just don't see ChargePoint as a long-term investment here. Okay, might be getting sick here, so I would leave it until here if you don't mind. And thank you so much for a lot of birthday wishes. And if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a big like and give me a great comment. And I will see you in my next video.